16-man goofy tournament. Let's see who gets it. Our first match, and this is for bracket A. First match is Edge versus Savage. Next match we have got, and then there's criteria on who's winning. Next match we've got Tito versus Muta. Next match, I already don't know who's going to win half of these. Next match we've got Bulldog versus Vader. And then last match of bracket A, we have got Nick versus Seth. I have no idea what the stuff I've got on this wheel. I've got no idea who's going to win these matches. Next, this is bracket B. We've got Woods versus Sid. This is going to be a fun one, but a really difficult one to judge who's winning. And then we've got Miz versus Rude. Then we have got On versus Kofi. And then our last match of our opening round is MVP versus Balor. Okay, now we have some criteria on this wheel. We have got who's taller, who's stronger, who's faster, and who cuts a better promo. So let's start off with the first one. Edge versus Savage. Which one of these spots are we needing to decide who's winning? Edge versus Savage, and we land on taller. I think Savage is like 6'2" and Edge is like 6'4", so I'm gonna give it to Edge. I think he is the right choice for this. Next we've got Tito versus Muta. Which deciding factor they have? Stronger. I think Muta's probably a little bit stronger than Tito, so I'm gonna give it to Muta. Next we've got Bulldog versus Vader. What criteria do we have? We've got promo, Bulldog versus Vader. Neither one of them were very good on the mic. I guess I'll just slightly give it to Vader. I don't know. Then we've got Bockwinkel versus Seth. What criteria are we fulfilling? Bockwinkel versus Seth. I have no idea how tall Nick Bockwinkel is. Like, no idea. He might be 6. He might be 5'10", or he might be 6 foot. I'm gonna have to look at this. I've got no idea. I don't usually look it up, but I've got no idea how tall he is. I know Seth is like 6 foot. Oh no, he's like less than 6 foot. So Seth is taking the W. I literally had no idea who's taking that one. Woods versus Sid. We have got promo. You've got a good promo versus a crazy promo. I'm going to give it to Woods just because his promos are legitimately better than Sid's. But Sid's is all kinds of crazy. Then we've got Miz versus Rick Rude. And we land on faster. I think being a cowardly heel, Miz runs away faster than Rude, so I'm going to give it to Miz. Then we've got On versus Kofi. On versus Kofi. And we have taller. I think On is a little bit taller than Kofi, so I'm going to give it to On. And then MVP versus Balor. Let's see who's taking this one. MVP Balor. And we've got promo. I think MVP is a better promo than Balor. Now we've got our semifinals. Edge versus Muta. We have got... Who's faster? I think Edge is faster than Muta, so I'm going to give it to Edge. Then we've got Vader versus Seth. Vader and Seth going at it. Who is stronger? I'm pretty sure it's going to be Vader. So, oh no, this was our quarterfinals. Woods versus Miz. And it's faster. Woods, Miz. I think Woods might be faster, so I'm going to give it to Woods. On MVP. On Anderson and MVP. Who is taller? How tall is On Anderson? I've got no idea. I think MVP might be. You know what? I'm going to give it to MVP. I've got no idea how tall On Anderson is. Not a clue. I know MVP is like 6'3". Edge versus Vader. What have we got? Edge versus Vader. Stronger? That's going to be Vader. Then we've got Woods versus MVP. I don't know how I got to this point, but there we go. And stronger? I think MVP is probably going to be stronger than Woods. And now we've got Vader versus MVP. And we've got faster. You know what? As crazy as this sounds, I'm going to give it to Vader. One of the fastest, most agile big men ever. So Vader is our winner. Guys, give me ideas for this kind of structure, what the win category would be. I really enjoy these. I like these goofier kind of things. And it doesn't just have to be 4 categories. You can make a whole bunch if you want to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, peace.